What do you say? I want you to get inside my wife. You're my vice.
George, the thing is, I don't have a penis. I can't.
Hey! We just got back from seeing Vice. Directed by Adam McKay. He made Step Brothers, and then The Big Shore, and then he made Talladega Nights, and now he just made a movie about Dick Cheney, starring a fat-ass Christian Bale. Oh my god,
he looks good. Including Christian Bale, you got Sam Rockwell, you got Steve Carell, you got Tyler Perry playing Colin Powell, which actually worked pretty well.
Amy Adams.
Even side characters like Condoleezza Rice even look good. No matter who did good in this movie, Christian Bale just did 10 times better.
I mean, there are parts of the movie where I thought I was just looking at Dick Cheney. I did not like this movie as much as The Big Short, but it was still handled well enough to where I was invested in what was going on in the movie with the characters. Obviously, it's hard to make characters like Dick Cheney charismatic and interesting to watch on screen for 2 hours, but with all these great performances and this pretty solid script and just the really awesome editing directing that Adam provided, it just worked. I think the parameters in which Adam set himself, this biopic, historical, whatever the fuck, I think he did the best he possibly could do in enticing the audience and delivering the message he wanted to give to them.
But I probably would put Big Short above this just because the soundtrack is better. The time period in which it's happening is more relevant to me and us and our generation, you know, baby boomers. The timepiece for this, you know, 9/11, the war in Iraq, Dick Cheney, Bush, I think equally is relevant to just a different group of people. It gives you a more in-depth understanding of what actually went down to the best of Adam McKay's knowledge.
Any of these political movies are always iffy.
Technical shit, obviously, directing's great. Writing was pretty solid for me. It went by pretty quick, and for me, it went by pretty quick. I never got to a point where I got stagnant, and that just comes into play with Christian Bale because he just forces himself into every fucking scene, every fucking room. He's in it, in the background, somewhere, face, somewhere. He's in it.
Like, there's a lot of cuts going on in this movie.
Yeah, there's only
cuts to something,
one.
boom, 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 but it was so smooth. There are a couple scenes that really drag the movie down. There's some weird Shakespearean comedic parts.
Like, here's what it should have been, this is what it was.
I just wanted to see Christian Bale shirtless, honestly. I was waiting for that.
I was pissed.
Yeah, Adam throws in some weird kind of fourth wall breaking moments in the movie, which I really enjoyed. Really helps spice the movie up because the movie is really narrative, like exposition heavy. So having these little moments in there really, it kind of like refreshed my brain. I was like, aha, yeah, cool, thanks Adam. Now back into the movie. I enjoyed that a lot.
We were pretty disappointed by the lack of Bush in this movie.
There could have been a lot more to his character, a lot more to his performance. And what he had, you know, I think he did fine. There's some good, funny moments in there. There wasn't really a climactic part of the movie.
No, there wasn't.
Like, looking back on the structure of the film, it's very unorthodox.
You're given a life that's already happened that you're not allowed to change, and you have to make a movie about it.
It was just a weird movie, which was cool. It was refreshing. It's just a kind of divisive film, which I like because that's what the subject's on and that correlates perfectly with the film. The movie has a lot of substance, but it's just like, you just have to see it, you know? Dick Cheney's life, whatever. You don't have to watch the movie, you can just easily read about it too, but it's in the movie now, so if you want to watch it, you can. That's it.
If you enjoyed Big Short and you like that style, then you're going to like this movie.
Yeah. Rating time. Reece, give me the gloves. We're gonna waterboard this fucking movie.
Got it.
I'm gonna give this movie a 7. I think it was a good time, a good movie overall in a lot of aspects. I can see where people don't like this movie. I can see where people love this movie. I respect the movie's performances. I respect the fresh directing. I respect the great editing. Really big fan of The Big Short. And this movie did grab my attention enough for me to enjoy the movie. I'm gonna still jerk off to Christian Bale's Dick Cheney on Google Images for sure, like anyone with a brain would, but I just feel weird about this movie. Like, I liked it. I think my dick's too small or something. I don't know.
I'm on the other side of that.
I fucking loved it!
In all seriousness, I'm gonna give this movie an 8.5 out of 10 because when I look back on it, the only thing I didn't enjoy was the soundtrack. I mean, obviously it's a bias, but I'm my own person, so fuck you. Enjoyed it. I like history, so boom, that's a big stamping point for me. But you mix that with everything he just said, directing, editing, writing, performances, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, it's not as fast-paced and cool and slick and very fun as Big Short is, but that's because it's also different. There's different characters. It's a different tone of a movie. I'll buy it, I'll watch it, and I'll talk about it.
For a movie to make you more interested in events that happened in the past, that alone is an achievement. Cool, that's it.
That's all we got. Bye.
I was worried this movie was
I still haven't personally held Obama's birth certificate, and until I do, he's not my president.
He's not. Was it right? Was this inaccurate? Who gives a shit?
All right, cool. I hope that's it. I hope that's it.